A wonderful good morning and aloha from Hawaii. My name is Jürgen Steinmetz and I'm joining you from livestream.travel on behalf of the World Tourism Network and eTurbo News this morning. And we have a very, very special event this morning. This is, I think, the third or fourth event we do for international tour guides. And international tour guides are becoming part of our family all over the world. And we're going to have a great event. It's organized by Marikar Donato. She's based in Washington, D.C., and she's bringing our global family together. Last time we saw each other was at the President Biden inauguration in Washington, D.C., and it's still online. Like all our events, you can easily find at livestream.travel. Go back there and watch it. It was a lot of fun. Like this event would be a lot of fun. And I'm delighted to get so many of you participating. We're live on all kinds of different news channels this morning, our extended family, eTurbo News, Aviation, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube. Everyone welcome. And let's get the show going. Good morning, Marikar. The floor is yours. You have to unmute yourself, please.
Okay, now you can hear me.
Now we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, great. Thank you. And Jürgen, again, for WTN hosting this event. So before we get started, we just want to do some little housekeeping for everyone. I know we've been Zooming the whole year and continuing to do so. So please, again, unmute yourself, raise your hand. If you need to ask a question, it's better for us to see if people are, wanting to talk. And you can raise your hand or put it in the chat, a question. And also, please make sure that you look for an object. I put it in my message. We are all going to do an activity today amid so many things that we're doing. But right now, if you can think beside you, right in front of you, being, in your pocketbook, in your bag, on your desk, if you have a small object that will represent the sun, just keep it there on your desk that you can show on the camera, okay, of Zoom. Just keep it on the desk, and that will we will use that later. And also a little candle or a light stick as a closing ceremony this afternoon. So as Jürgen mentioned, I'm Marikar Donato, and I am calling from Washington, D.C. I am the Global Brand Ambassador for the World Federation of Tourist Guides Association. And today is a very special day because we are honoring and celebrating tourist guides worldwide. And I know there's many of you who are represented here in our community. So happy to see so many smiling faces and, beautiful faces that represent the guiding community. So we want to have as much energy today, and friends from around the world who are in this broadcast. We wish you all a successful kickoff for International Tourist Guide Day 2021, as we gather virtually with all our guides, because there's so much to look for, during this year 2021 and onwards to 2022. So let me say thank you again for coming, and to WTN who has hosted this platform and to have our voices heard. So please, again, for audience participation, to prepare your object that we will be using in a while, and a little candle to symbolize the closing of our event in 90 minutes. So I would like to have our president, the president of the World Federation of Tourist Guides Association, Mrs. Alushka Ritchie, to give her welcome remarks. So Alushka, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Marika. And thank you to WTN, Jürgen, and your team for hosting us today to promote this very special day. As Marika mentioned, how amazing to see so many of our members and our area representatives online from all over the world. And I'm currently in Cape Town, South Africa, and thank you so much for taking the time to join us. So at the World Federation of Tourist Guide Associations, we really do strive to promote the profession of the tourist guide And one such way is International Tourist Guide Day. So this is a WFTGA initiative, originally started in 1989 at the convention in Cyprus. So really a special day. And the first one took place in 1990 with about 15 countries from around the world participating. And given now that we have members in over 100 countries, you can only imagine how broad our celebrations are spread. So this year we celebrate the theme of tourist guides, contributors to rural tourism through creative storytelling. So all of us as tourist guides are storytellers. And now we're just encouraging you to go into the rural side of what your destination and your city offers and really share those creative storytelling. And also stressing the creative side, because now, given the year that we have, we cannot celebrate in the traditional manner that we used to when we have International Tourist Guide Day with large groups offering tours to our locals. We now really are in a bit, we have these protocols and all sorts of things we have to adhere to. So now we're really interested to see how our members are being innovative with International Tourist Guide Day. And I can tell you there's a lot of innovation happening. So please follow our WFTGA family on social media throughout the week, and especially on Sunday, the 21st of February. There's a lot happening. There's many virtual conferences. There's some fantastic speakers going on. Our different countries are celebrating in different ways, from tree planting ceremonies to virtual tours. And then, of course, our one member, Croatia, offering Children, the Guardians of Cultural Heritage challenge to all the tourist guides and members out there. And this challenge is for the rest of the year. And we shared that information on our newsletter, but just to encourage you, our Croatian tourist guides from Split have really put the challenge out there to use the children as the ambassadors of the future tourist guides and take them on tour and teach them about your city and your destination. And International Tourist Guide Day really provides the platform for that. So thank you for joining us this evening. What better way to acknowledge the tourist guiding profession and individuals who play such an important role in preserving our cultural and natural heritage all around the world. I'm really looking forward to tonight, to hearing from all of you. I see you're all checking in from across the globe. And let's see what the week ahead holds, and join us, as I said, on social media. And to our members, enjoy International Tourist Guide Day. It's the one day that celebrates our profession for us, by us. So thank you, Marika.
Yes, thank you, Alushka, for that wonderful welcome message and greeting and getting us ready for the celebrations coming up. So we'd like now to move into an activity. Let me just take you back, for those who were not with us, 47 days ago. That was December 30, 2020. We had a New Year's Eve celebration here on this platform, and it was such a very successful event. And today, 47 days later, we would like to recall, what happened in that celebration. And I would like to invite our storyteller designer, Paul Costello, who is going to be telling us more about what we did and what we're going to do now, today, for the future. So Paul, the mic is yours.
Thank you,
Please,
Marika. Do you want to put the sunglasses on? Do you want to just elaborate? What did we do? What did we do on December 30th? And what was our theme?
Well, yes, maybe Maria, the team who was with us on December 30. Maria, Alushka, John, Mistral, please put your sunglasses on. Okay, so this was our closing. We exited the room on December 30, after a partying all night. We partied. We had a Zumba. And we closed it with the sunglasses because we were going to go out into the future of 2021 with the sun in our eyes, the glaring sun, so bright that we had to put our sunglasses. So we all said, we will go out and follow the sun. So today, we are now going to ask to remove your glasses. For those of us who have the glasses, okay, Paul, we remove our glasses and we begin a new dawn and a new chapter.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, thank you, everybody. And thank you for Jürgen, and thank you for all the people around the world. My name is Paul Costello, and I'm a story designer, even more than a storyteller, meaning that I'm very interested in helping tourist guides across the world, and in terms of how they design their experience to be memorable. And if an experience is more memorable, then it's going to be more meaningful. That's the kind of approach that I use. So our theme is following the sun. And some of our friends said, like, keep that theme alive. Let's keep doing that. Let's see where it leads us. So the sun, you know, if it's rural tourism, I guess sometimes the people in the country get a chance to see the sun more clearly than we do in the city when there may be smog or skyscrapers and stuff. So this might be a particularly appropriate theme. But the sun, we know that in the world of flux and change that we've lived through the last 12 months, the whole world, we're all been in the same sort of story, that sun is the one thing that's constant. In a world of flux, we all know that the sun will come up tomorrow. There will be a new day and the sun will come up tomorrow. And I think, you know, ancient peoples worshiped the sun for that very reason, that it was the one constant. So if we took that as a theme to somehow inspire us as the tourist guide industry and the travel industry of the world going through some pretty tough times. So, like, you know, the sun will kind of rise and fall. But one thing we do know is it never rises on an old day. It always rises on a new day. So let's play with this idea because it's central to the idea of narrative design. Let me just show you something here. You know, time, you know, stories become with a beginning and a middle and an end. And, you know, we can chart what's happened to us with the COVID plague across the world, the pandemic, beginning about a year ago. And then it moves up, and that's where we are now. And then we know that in February 15th, 2022, the sun's going to rise again. So if we're following the sun, let's take a trip for a minute and follow that sun a year ahead. And I asked you to get a little symbol. Did you bring a symbol? If you've got your symbol, if you've got a symbol close to you, can you just show us what that symbol is? Marika's got a bell, someone's got something. So to play with the movement of something. So I'm gonna, there's my quarter representing the sun. And I'm gonna sort of put the year starts here, 2020, March 2020, the schools shut down, everything shuts down, this pandemic comes across the world. And now we're in the middle, and here we are in the middle. Let's make this the middle. And then it's going to go off into 2022. So here's the question. We want to turn, the Greeks have a wonderful term, chronos or kairos. Chronos means that just time unfolds. This and then this and then this and then this. But kairos is a moment, a crisis. This crisis calls us to something special. This crisis calls us to do something more. So I want you to take your coin or your symbol, and I want you to put it in front of you and just move it. This is where we started from, 2020. This is where we are now, 2021. And now let's put it 2022, a year from now. And here's what I want you to think about and then maybe answer. Imagine, it's called the miracle question. Imagine in 2022, in February 2022, you wake up and everything that's you want to go right about your life and your industry and your job it's happened. Everything that you dreamed of, everything that you sort of longed for, it's happened. February 15, 2022 marks an absolute renaissance of the travel and tourist guide industry. Jürgen is flying around the world in his own Learjet. You are doing tours. The travel industry has exploded into something unbelievable. Imagine, just imagine that. Follow the sun. February 15, 2022, the sun is going to rise on a new day. Imagine if that new day, just imagine what that new day could be. Don't limit your imagination. Just let it dream beyond the stars. And just feel that for a second. Now, we've taken a time travel and we've ended up with, we've come here. Now let's travel back. Let's travel back to the beginning. Let's travel back to now. Let's look at now from 2022. And here's the trick question. Let's turn now into a memory. Imagine now is a memory that we're talking about in 2022. Here's the question. The prompt would be, we ended up in 2022, in February 22, with our industry just going gangbusters, going amazing, unbelievable, fantastic. And you know why? You know why I did that? Because in February 2021, we did something. In February 21, today, Kairos, this moment of crisis, when we got together on this special anniversary day today, we individually and we as a group did something. We did something that was different, and it was the difference that made the difference. So I just want you to think, the sun's going to rise on a new day in 2022. Imagine that we're in the middle of this crisis now. It's taken a year to get us here. It's going to take us another year with vaccines and everything else to get out of it and get back into something. But imagine if that new day, the sun dawning on a new day, is the most unbelievable day. Then from there, look back on now and say, what did you and I do now? Think about that and reflect on that. Maybe put it in the chat room, but just imagine you're telling this story. What was it that we did today or in the middle of this crisis that made all the difference? Now, it could be we came together and supported each other. And, you know, that one word, like we supported each other. We became a world community like we never did before through Jürgen's mediation and Marika's hosting. Or we got inventive and we created some whole new ways and means. But just think about it. Just think about it. Maybe share, maybe take a moment, but hold that coin, hold that symbol of the sun, and just ask yourself, like, we're not helpless. This is not hopeless. Today, let's make a commitment to ourselves to create that future that we dreamed about, and the sun's going to rise on that new day in 2022. But we have the chance now. Otherwise, you know, we get despairing. We think, my God, the whole country has stopped. The politics, the global economy, we convince ourselves that we're hopeless and helpless, but we're not. Let's treat today, instead of it being, you know, the overshadowing of the history, into the foreshadowing of the future. And the sun is the best symbol of that. The sun, if you get up tomorrow morning at dawn and watch the darkness just dissipate, the sun, he keeps reminding us, tomorrow the sun will rise. Tomorrow there will be a new day. Imagine if that new day for us in the travel and tourist guide industry is the best day possible. It can be, but we have to make some choices. Some things we're doing now, we've got to stop doing. They're useless. They're a waste of time. They're irrelevant. The world doesn't need it anymore. And there's some things we're doing which we've got to double. We've got to do more. We've got to, what can we do now? You, me, together, all of us, to be at the dawn of that new day when the sun will rise again in 2022, and we will need our sunglasses again. We'll need our sunglasses again because the sun will be so bright. We will, that's what we're doing. The sun will rise again. The sun will rise again. The sun will rise again. Let's pull together and come together and design the experience we want to have for ourselves and for the world. So maybe that might lead to comments, discussions. What do you think? What are you doing now that we could share with you or learn from you that you are doing that's turning this chronos, which is just one thing after another, into the kairos? Crisis calls us out to give something special. What has the crisis called out of you, which if we knew the same as you, could make all the difference?
Okay, Paul, we have a lot of comments in the chat. Dimitra from France said, we dreamed, we put our strengths and hopes together. Viola, who's calling in from Scotland, preparing a more sustainable way of life and work. And then Sonia, we stood up again, we found our North Star and remembered it is the darkest before dawn. The sun will rise. And lots of things. We are the rainbow coming out of the dark sky, also from Viola. In Cyprus, we say, from your mouth to God's ear. Let's hope that what we are dreaming will become true. The sun, Jane from Malaysia, the sun is a life giver. Wagi from Egypt, the inner side will shine again. Sonia, we believe it. And Denise from Trinidad, indeed the sun, tourism will rise again, better and brighter. And the professor from Serbia, we are not helpless. We are having our future in our hands. And Jorge, in Peru, the Incas always longed, where is that? Longed to see the father sun. Sarah, from the US, we are the dream makers. We must remember this. Very beautiful. So you have a lot of very nice reflections from the community.
Wow.
And I think that is so powerful.
So I just want to finish up with symbols are really important, and you know, you may have your symbol, but I am going to suggest to you that I was talking to Marika. Imagine it's like a genie in a bottle, you know, a genie in a bottle. This is like a genie, like to rub it, to invest that object. I said to Marika, invest in your bell, rub your bell, invest it with that dream of the future, and then put it on your desk. And every day, look at it and maybe move it towards to the right, move it towards the future, and just keep reminding you that's ring the bell. Or this is, you know, my sun, where the sun is moving. The sun, the earth is always moving around the sun. It does not stay still, but there will always be a new day and the sun will always rise. And we should remind ourselves that in case we get down in the dumps and get depressed. The second thing I want to say to you is this kind of little playing and little game comes out of a lot of 15 years of my work in narrative design of programs, tour guiding, peace programs. I've worked in South Africa, Israel, Palestine, Ireland, Northern Ireland, and I run programs here in Washington, D.C., outside the city, all about how to create experiences that are more memorable. And if they're more memorable, they're more meaningful. And that that memory gives us the experience that we can use again and again and again and again. I mean, on Wednesday, I'm training docents for the Museum of the Palestinian People here in Washington, a new beautiful museum in Washington, D.C. So I'm here as a resource. I help Marika whenever I can, but I'll be willing to be supportive to any of you. If any of you are interested, I'll put my email in the chat room so you can, if you're interested in having a follow-up conversation, I'd be very happy to engage with you. But thank you, and back to you, Marika.
Thank you, Paul. We have another comment from Mohamed Mukhtar. Let's see. I believe everyone for sun life is needed. And one from West Africa, from Nigeria. As the crisis began, I have developed the habit of rising at midnight to watch the sky. And Paul, your reflection is connected. So there's beautiful reflections. Arena from Malaysia, the sun like a mandarin orange is the prosperous fruit that we have this period of time. Symbolize said, after bittersweet will come along. First we sweat and hot, but the energy is what we require. And let's see. We wish you a successful event. Okay. I think this is a lot. So thank you for your reflections. Continue to reflect that way and continue to hold that object, because we will come, hopefully within the year, we will come back and look at where your sun is. So now talking of 2022, fast forward, let's imagine we are February. The World Federation has another convention coming up in Serbia. And here to tell us all about the convention, we would like to invite Ivana, who is our guide and organizer in Serbia, to inform us what are the updates. So Ivana, the floor is yours.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you can hear me. Can you
Yes,
hear
we
me?
can. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Marika, for this opportunity. I'm very happy to be here with everyone present from all around the world. So just short update about the convention. We were supposed to have it and finish it like 2 days ago if this situation with COVID didn't happen. But because what is going on around the world, we decided together with the executive board of WTG to postpone it for February 2022. So at the moment, we are working very intensively on the budgets, on the website, on the connections with hotels and all the other suppliers that we will use, making the program and hoping it's going to be very interesting for a lot of tourist guides to come and visit Serbia. So for those of you who don't know the concept of conventions, we have the main program that usually lasts for 5 days, and we have a pre-tour and post-tour. So we decided to keep the convention in Novi Sad. So the main convention, the 5 days, will be from 7th till 11th of February in 2022 in Novi Sad in Serbia. And we will have pre and post tours. Pre-tour is going to be in western part of Serbia, and post-tour is going to be in eastern part of Serbia. You might think Serbia is a small country, but we have a lot of interesting things to show. And our executive board was able to see that when they were on site inspection in 2019 in October. So we are actually working on a very interesting convention that is going to be in February. Thank you, Marika, for this opportunity. And we are looking forward, a lot of you, to see the website that is going to be launched very soon.
Yeah, Ivana, we have a lot of messages that they could not hear you very well. Do you have to use that little speaker, or can you just use your voice without that little speaker?
Without the microphone, it's going to be very hard because I have background noise of my kids. Sorry, this is just a time when it's very difficult to quiet them down.
Okay, perhaps what you can do is write in the chat just the key points that we have to remember, like the dates, etc. Just maybe so that people are saying that it's impossible to understand. That's the things I'm getting right now.
Okay, so, I will write it down.
Yeah, just write it in the chat and that will be great. So thank you for that information. Okay, now
Marika,
we move. Yes,
Anushka, may I come in? Just to
Sure.
reiterate what Ivana said, so Serbia is a very interesting destination, and we had the privilege to be taken around by Ivana and her team. They have something for everybody. So it really is the pre and post tours, and the convention itself is really going to showcase different aspects of Serbia. So if you're a history fan, if you're a food and wine fan, if you're into architectural and old buildings, there really is something for everyone. And we absolutely enjoyed the hospitality and the knowledge of the tourist guides in Serbia. So please have a look at those dates. We'll be discussing and launching the Novi Sad conference at our virtual conference on the 6th of March. And following that, from the 8th of March on social media, you will see everything to do with our in-person convention in February 2022. And also contact your association who's a WFTGA member, and they will be receiving all the information on our newsletters, which we share with them. So we'll definitely, from March, you'll be receiving a lot more information about the convention in Novi Sad, Serbia. And thank you in advance to Ivana and her team. They've got a lot of work to do the next 10 months. They've put in a lot of work in the last 2 years, but it is sure to be a really fantastic convention.
Okay, perfect. Okay, and Alushka, could you tell us the dates of the virtual conference? Is that open to the public, or how does that work? If you would like to inform our friends.
Okay, sure. So because we were unable to meet in Serbia, in Novi Sad, actually now we would have been wrapping up our post tour in Serbia. We will be hosting a virtual conference, as everybody is doing. We have 3 days dedicated to it. The first day will actually take place on Thursday, the 4th of March. This is open to anybody, tourist guides anywhere in the world. And this is our educational day. So our theme for our virtual conference is tourist guides and tourist guiding in the future. And on the 4th of March, Thursday, our educational day, we'll be focusing on interpretation, on storytelling, and everything around educational aspects of the future of tourist guiding. We have a wonderful facilitator who will be taking us through the 3 days, Genevieve Leclerc from Montreal, Canada. I will be introducing her to our members on our next newsletter as well. Then the second day is a professional day, and this is a day that is paid for. It's 15 euros per person to attend, and this is because we really have world-renowned speakers. We have somebody from Google, we have somebody from Amazon Experiences, we have somebody from the World Tourism Travel Council. So this is really for anyone who is wanting to look at the future of tourist guiding, but the working aspects of it. We'll have a panel with those who employ us as tourist guides as well. And we'll be sharing those more elements of those aspects of the conference, virtual conference, with our members as well in our newsletters. And then the third day is for members only. The morning that's a Saturday morning, we'll do association business. And in the afternoon, we'll do some social engagement, which will include Serbia doing an activation. We'll do a wrap up of the 3 days, and then we'll go into our social networking hours, where everybody will be part of a social engagement. So Saturday is for our members only, but the educational day and the professional day is open to anyone.
Okay, so there are questions here. How do we register?
Sure.
Is
So
there a link
registration,
to register?
there will be a link to register, which we will launch on the Monday, I think it's the 1st of March. I'll go back in my days. But the Monday we'll launch the registration link and the link to, so there will be 3 links or 4 links for the different days and the different activities. And that will open on the Monday, because we do find if we open it too soon, people register and then they just don't attend, and we have to pay for that. And we are a non-profit organization with very limited funds, so we have to be cautious. So we are asking people to be diligent about that and only register if you can attend. And we'll make all announcements on all our social media platforms.
Great, wonderful. Okay, thank you. Do we have any questions about what Alushka or Ivana just said? I'm looking at the chat, and I think we have covered most of the questions. But if there's anything, else, we will do an open discussion after we finish our all the other items in the agenda, and then we will come to open anything else. Okay, so now I'd like to share my screen and go into the what we have done as an association for International Tourist Guide Day in 2020. So let me just set up this clip and hopefully play it. So just watch and see what we've done. This is just a summary.
Hello, colleagues. On this special day, celebration of our profession, use the opportunity to advocate for the sustainability of our sector. From me, Alishka, President of the World Federation of Tourist Guide Associations, enjoy International Tourist Guides Day. Happy International Tourist Guide Day. Hello, Yasas. The International Tourist Guides Day celebrated by the certified guides on the 21st of February all over the world. Please join us and enjoy the tours offered for free by all our colleagues in their own areas of qualification to promote our destinations. Thank you.
I am Ricardo, President of Untitled Chapter, and just a quick note to wish you a happy Tourist Guide Day of 2020. Wishing you all the best for this season, and thank you very much. Cheers.
Hi, I'm Andrew from the History Channel. We're all very excited about the collaboration with FEG and all of you. I wish you a very happy Tourist Guide Day. You all truly deserve to be celebrated.
Okay, so that's the first one. That was last year in our event last year. This year we have a couple of associations who already began their events. So we have the Guild of Professional Tour Guides of Washington D.C. and we have the president of the guild who is here, and Miss Deborah Andros, who is also on the call, who is a past president of the World Federation. And here she is to explain what the event, how the event began, the story of this event. So Deborah, and I know she's on the call, so she can talk to us later.
Morning. I am very happy to be part of all this event. The International Tourist Guide Day was created, the idea for it was created in Cyprus in 1989 when the World Federation had its convention there. And one of the things we learned is that the Cypriot guides sponsor a program every year called Get to Know Cyprus. Well, we thought that was pretty fantastic because they go into all of their hometowns and villages and they meet their neighbors and family and friends all over the country, showing them the antiquities and the treasures. It was really impressive. So we decided, since we were meeting in February 21st is the official founding date of the commencement of the World Federation, we decided we would borrow this concept of Get to Know Cyprus and turn it into International Tourist Guide Day on or as close to February 21st as possible. And that's how it started. And we all scattered when the convention was over, went to home to our neighborhoods and our cities and created some activity. And the variety of services and offerings around the world is fascinating. I like the idea that at one point, guides all over the world are doing something together for their own hometowns. I think it's a great concept. That's how International Tourist Guide Day got started and why it's on officially February 21st.
And Costa Rica will also do their event.
And thank you all for joining us today for our month-long celebration of International Tourist Guide Day. The official date is February 21, and tour guide associations around the world are asked to celebrate this special day every year. As many of you know, the World Federation of Tourist Guide Associations, which we also refer to as WFTGA, founded this day, and our first speaker, Deborah Andrus, will give you the background on it. When it was first celebrated in the early 1990s by the Guild, we offered free tours to visitors in Washington, D.C. on that very day, February 21. But that has not worked out for us for many years, unfortunately, due to several factors, including the cost of hiring a bus, and the weather is not very conducive in February, as you know, to giving tours. Now, given the pandemic this year, WFTGA encouraged tour associations to be creative by finding innovative ways to celebrate the day. We reached out to our foreign language guides, asking them to share their knowledge about the countries whose languages they speak. And I'd like to personally thank our foreign language guides who stepped up to share with us. We have Deborah Andrus, Maria Guthrie, Gabriela Bebchik, Steve Klein, Benjamin Fabre, Christina Menka, Zima Stapi, and Lorena Jarin.
Great. Okay, and that the Philippines that you just saw is going to do their event right now. I think tomorrow morning they're going to do it, and please, it will be, I think, at 2 a.m. Don't know anybody will be awake in the Northeast, but they will have a recording. And Sri Lanka also sent their contribution. So here they are greeting, and I hope Dr. Mahash, if you're on the call, thank you for your video.
Siamo guida nazionale della Sri Lanka. Vi facciamo migliori auguri della giornata delle guide internazionali. Jaya Sri. Wunderschönen guten Morgen, meine Damen und Herren. Herzlichen Glückwunsch von Sri Lanka. Heute ist unser Tag, internationaler Reiseitetag. Bleiben wir uns zusammen. Айбоа.
Поздравления всех россиян с Днем туризма. Мы всегда любим вас. Мы всегда с вами. Ура, дорогие друзья!
De la part de l'équipe de Sri Lanka, nous vous souhaitons des développements le 21 février.
우리 스리랑카 가이드들에서 이번 22일 국제 가이드를 두번 마음으로 감사드립니다.
私はスリランカ日本語ガイドです。今回、国際ガイドに響くために、私は素晴らしい響くために、ここでお祈りをします。皆様、よろしくお願いします。ありがとうございます。Hola, somos los guías nacionales de Sri Lanka. Felicitamos para el viaje internacional guía turístico. National Tourist Guide lecturers from Sri Lanka wish all the tourist guides in the world a happy International Tourist Guide Day.
Okay, that's from Sri Lanka. And last, we have the Costa Rican Guides Association. Ricky, are you on the call? Ricky? Maybe he's gone. Let's see.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Ricky, can you, I have the Costa
I'm
Rica.
here.
Yes, could you kindly talk a little bit before I show the clip? Ricky? Okay, I'll just show the clip.
I couldn't hear you well, sorry.
Hold on.
Ah, perfect.
Hold on, Ricky. Okay, so those are the countries that sent me some videos in advance of their events, which is coming up this week and next week. So Ricky, who is our area representative for the Americas, both Latin, Central, and South America, is in charge of the Costa Rica region. So Ricky, what is their theme that's they're preparing? Can you unmute, please? Unmute?
Yes, please. Can you repeat once again?
Yes. No, just the theme of the Costa Rican Association. Do you have their? I know that you invited them to come on the call too, because it's.
Yes, I believe one of the representative of Costa Rica is on our call right now. I'm not sure if he's able or if he wants to talk to us at the moment, but yeah, some of the representatives of Costa Rica are in, and Costa Rica is kind of, it's a very good reference for my region, how they are very keen on and pushing to, and how they manage the association back in their home country. So it's very for me as an area representative for Central and South America, as you mentioned, I'm very glad, and it's very inspiring how they promote the tourism and how they look after and how they care and how they get together as a community, and they're really strong. So they're really like inspiring for me, not only for me, but also for our region. So Costa Rica is on board, and they are always keen on to participate in every single event.
Right, great. And I know Mr. Luis, is he on the call? Luis, you want to talk about your event also from Costa Rica? If you can unmute and you'd like to share. Don't know if he's on the call or not. Okay, because I admitted him. Okay, that's anybody. Now we will just open it up. If we have some time now to talk about other guides associations who are here, and what are your plans for International Tourist Guide Day? How are you celebrating and honoring other guides? Go ahead, unmute yourself and then speak.
Okay, can I take the floor?
Yeah, go ahead. Please introduce yourself.
Yes.
And tell us where you're calling from.
My name is Yoni Shapira, as you can see. I'm calling from Jerusalem, and I'm the chairman of the Israel Incoming Tour Guide Association, where we have about 1,300 members, and Alushka was one of our guest speakers in our GA assembly last week. For the International Tour Guide Day on Sunday, we are limited to 10 people outdoors in a group. So we are going to meet 5 of us from my federation, my association, 5 from the East Jerusalem Palestinian Association that will include Muslims and Christians. And we are going to play out the joke that a Jew, a Muslim, and a Christian went to a holy site. And the holy site will be Mount Zion, where in one building you have the Room of the Last Supper, one of the most important sites for Christianity, and under it, the traditional tomb of King David, one of the most important pilgrimage sites for Jews, and also known as Nebi Daoud in Islam, a holy place for Islam. And we're going to take pictures there and tour around Mount Zion with the 10 of us, and then finish with a traditional lunch in a unique place. We'll film it and edit it and obviously send it to the World Federation to present.
Wonderful.
So,
Wonderful. That's great. Thank you for your contribution and for, celebrating our profession. Thank you,
absolutely.
sir. Okay. Anybody else want to unmute, please, and introduce yourself, where you're calling from, and what are you doing, or send us a greeting. You want to greet everyone. This is your chance, your opportunity, please.
Hello from Peru. Can you hear me?
Yes, very well.
Yeah, I am Amel from Arequipa, Peru, and I am the representative of the organization of the Latin American Tourist Guide Associations. The next Sunday, we are going to celebrate in which way? With the training, like webinars. We are going to have, for instance, in Peru, inviting representatives, the presidents of the national federations of the tourist guide associations of South America or Latin America, like Mexico, from Bolivia, from Argentina and Peru. Well, I would like to invite everybody, because we are going to organize this Latin American convention. It will be in September in Mexico, in Zacatecas. But in South America, we are going to have also national conventions of tourist guides associations in my country, Peru, which we don't know if we are going to organize it, because now we are coming back to the lockdown. So we cannot do anything. We don't receive tourists. We don't receive international flights, only from local short distances, like 8 hours long flights. But we hope, as you mentioned, that in the future will be better. So it's due to be the next conventions in Brazil at the second week of May. End of May, it's in Argentina, and in Peru, probably July. I say probably because we are just moving all the dates. Again, happy day for everybody from all over the world, from Arequipa, Peru, the capital of the Incas, Peru. Goodbye.
Thank you, Mel. Thank you. And anybody else I see from Portugal, our area representative from Portugal and the Portuguese-speaking countries. Do we see Christina? Christina, would you like to take the floor?
Hello, Maricar. I'm unmuted, so I hope you can all hear me.
Yes, we can.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, my name is Christina. I am the president of the Portuguese Guides Association, tourist guides and tour managers, and also the area representative for the CPLP countries, which means the Portuguese-speaking countries worldwide for the WFDTA. So in Portugal, we are now actually under a very strict lockdown, so we cannot meet and we cannot go out of our doors. So of course, we're going to do everything virtually. So we have asked our members, but also all tourist guides in Portugal, to make small videos explaining about their contacts with the rural world. So actually, we are following on the theme of this year's WFDGA's proposal. So tourist guides as potential developers for rural tourism through creative storytelling. And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to talk about our experiences. If there's a grandfather or a grandmother who knows something specific about the countryside, recipes, arts and crafts, so they will come up on a video and they will explain.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, thank you, Christina. Okay, we have a special guest also on the call, Dr. Taleb Rifai, who is on the call. Dr. Taleb, I know you love us. You're always with our presentation, so that's so wonderful. So would you like to say a few words about our day?
Definitely. I certainly love you. but because what happened today also proves that to me. You're the essence of tourism. You're the soul and heart of it, without doubt. Tour guides are the most important part of tourism. That's for sure. We've proven it again. Now, tourism is the most hardly hit sector. And you are, because you're the essence of it, the most hard hit section within tourism. That's for sure. I enjoyed very much what Paul said about the sun coming up, but the sun is already up. That's what I want to say. I don't think we need to wait for one more year to wait for a sun to come up. You could start looking for new opportunities now. The word crisis and the word opportunities, as I always say in Chinese language, is one word. They don't distinguish between crisis and an opportunity. These are opportunities for us, for all our sector. Because if you succeed, we all succeed with you. You're the soul and heart of our industry, without doubt. The fact that you're coming together today is very, very important to me. That's why I'm insisting on being with you. Now, how do we take opportunities out of this crisis? I think one of the most important parts was mentioned by somebody, which is domestic tourism. We have to start concentrate more on domestic tourism, not because it's a substitute. I know domestic tourism does not appeal to everybody because it does not bring in hard currency. It does not contribute to the balance of trade, but it is very important because a country that's not enjoyed by its own people should not be enjoyed by anybody outside the country. That's for sure. It's a matter of principle to me. So this is an opportunity now. Now what that requires from us tour guides, and I say us here, although I'm only probably me and Thomas and only non-tour guides again amongst you here, is to change your state of mind, think outside of the box. You're capable of doing it, very imaginative. We have to cater for our own people now. Think locally. Think the minds of family, fathers and mothers of your own breed. Don't think of a blonde, white person that's coming from Mars as if he's an indispensable. A tourist is not just somebody coming from outside. Tourist can be somebody within your country. Next door neighbor can be your tourist. Should start catering for them. And that's where our business is going nowadays. I want to thank every one of you again and wish you all the best. A wonderful group of Maricar doing wonderful job. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I know you were in the New Year's Eve party when we had all of the
That's right.
events.
I'll always be with you. Because my heart and soul is with the tour guides. You're the essence of tourism. There is no tourism. There is no story. There is no tourism, and you're the storytellers of our industry, without doubt. Thank you.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you for your words. As always, very inspirational. And we will never forget you. We are following you too, wherever you go. And it was a pleasure meeting you in Iran during the convention.
I remember that. Iran is a wonderful country. I also was very inspired by what I heard from our Israeli friend about including the Palestinians in this endeavor. This is how we should be. That's the essence of tourism, bringing people together. 5 from this side and 5 from that side. That's what 10 is all about. I thank you very much, Maricar, again.
Thank you, Dr. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, now we have Mr. Ahmed. Mr. Ahmed, you said you wanted to speak. Go ahead and unmute yourself, please. Jalil Ahmed. Are you there, sir? Okay, there you are. Can't hear. Please unmute. It's still muted.
I think you need to change your microphone or activate the microphone you're using in your settings.
Jalil. Come on, Jalil.
Yeah. Jalil.
Want to hear you.
I think you have the wrong microphone on your computer. So if this microphone works, just go to settings on audio and then change the microphone to the one you wanted
Hello,
to use.
can you hear me?
Now we can hear you. Yes, go ahead.
Now it's okay.
Hello,
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes, yes.
I'm Jalil Ahmed from Pakistan. I'm the tourist guide here in a small city called Peshawar. We don't have any organization here of the tourist guide, but I would really love to celebrate the Tourist Guide Day on the 21st. And we are planning to group up the people who are the tourist guides here, but still we have some problems because we don't have much international tourists nowadays due to the COVID restrictions. But I wish you all a very happy Tourist Guide Day and soon to see you soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your wishes and greetings. And yes, we will try to help you form an association if needed. You know, if you want to gather some guides, we can help you, you know, create that community.
Yeah.
Not a problem. We will help you. Okay? You keep in touch with us. Okay. Anybody else would like to give any greetings? From Scotland.
Okay.
We have many friends from Scotland. Let's see. Viola, would you like to share a greeting? Viola is a member of our executive board.
Yeah, there is a hands up from Wagi Hana also. I don't know if you see this, Mario.
Okay. Okay, Wagi. I cannot see Viola, but anyway, Wagi.
Yes.
Go ahead and unmute, please.
Okay. Greeting from Egypt. We are going to celebrate our International Tourist Guide Day next Sunday from the oldest street in the oldest capital of modern Egypt, which is known as Cairo. In Cairo, we are going to El Muazz Street in front of Sultan Qalawun complex, and we are going to ask about 40 tour guides to give a message to the whole world with less than 30 different languages to give awards to the whole world from the Egyptian tour guides to say greetings and to celebrate the International Tourist Guide Day. Keep
That's
watching
wonderful.
us Sunday, 21st, from in front of Sultan Qalawun complex, the Muazz Street, the old area that used to be housed by all of the modern Egyptian, the Coptic, the Jewish, and the Muslim, and the modern Egyptian people. Say hello, welcome to the peace, welcome to the new era. Hopefully, everything is going to be okay. Thank you all and happy International Tourist Guide Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Wagi. And Wagi is also one of our area representatives for Africa, for North Africa. Thank you. Okay, I see Dr. Sam Ham, who is on the call. Dr. Ham, you have a few words for us. I think he's not.
Here we go. Hello, everyone around the world. I think I have met a few of you, and it's really nice to see such resiliency in an industry and a group of what I would call essential workers, so strong during such a difficult time. And just listening to your optimism and your vision, following Paul Costello's son, it can't help but motivate us. And so I'm sitting here being uncharacteristically quiet, but very, very much engaged with what you're doing. I'm going to have to leave shortly because we have about 3 feet of snow outside my window, and I must go out and clear my driveway. So when I leave suddenly, you'll know why. But anyway, thank you, Marikar. I look forward to seeing some of you again in the future virtually, and then possibly in person. Thanks, Marikar.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Ham. We'll see you soon. Okay, and anybody else? Denise from Trinidad and Tobago. You're so faithful to all our presentations here. Denise, would you like to give your greetings?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm unable to put on my video right now because I'm in the kitchen cooking. Today is Carnival Monday in Trinidad and Tobago.
Wow.
And I'm
Are we invited? Are we invited?
What are you cooking, Denise?
I'm preparing our traditional pilau and salad, and so I've done a corn soup and so on. So I'm busy in the kitchen while I'm here listening to you. So unfortunately, I will not be able to put on my video, but at some other point in time, I'll be able to invite you over for a meal, you know. Greetings on behalf of my fellow tour guides here in Trinidad and Tobago. I have been a tour guide for the last 3 years, and well, here in Trinidad and Tobago, like most of you, we have our public health restrictions. You cannot have a gathering of more than 10 persons, and so it's very, very challenging to do tours. I just put in the chat earlier, you know, how do you really convince your locals to appreciate the fact that a tour guide is the best person to show you your country? But so be it. I like the presentation that was done by Paul earlier on. I have all hopes that tourism will really bounce back stronger, bigger, and better. Because with people like ourselves and others that are involved and continue to within the industry, we'll be able to, we'll be a force to be reckoned with within all our countries. So on behalf of my fellow tour guides here in Trinidad and Tobago, I would like to extend a happy World Tourist Guide Day to all of you. I'd like to wish you all good health, because without health, of course, you will not be able to do anything. Take care of yourselves, follow all the public health restriction protocols, you know, wear your mask, continue to avoid crowds, of course. And by God's grace, we'll be able to get through this. Thank you.
Thank you, Denise, for your words. Thank you. Okay, our area representative from Europe, Marian Electric, would you like to say a few words?
Yes. Good evening from Bratislava. This is actually in the center of Europe, only 1 hour by car from Vienna. Vienna is the main seat of the World Federation of Tourist Guides. And we are now on the end of the 3rd lockdown, and we are completely closed. And we have one idea. The limits are set only in our heads. I try now to share, if it's possible, my screen. And if you see it, we have the invitation to you. This is very nice, magnificent building. What you can see is the Primis Palace, and we invite all our distinguished visitors and colleagues and guides to the part of our virtual tour. If you see it, these are the parlors, very nice mirror used by Marie Therese 250 years ago from Murano. And we will show you this very nice building, which is the seat of the Lord Mayor now. And we will be on live stream. We can now going to the very nice collection of the tapestries made not so far from London, Hero and Leandros. This is our invitation. The World Tourist Guide Day, the February 21st will be in Slovak, English and German. We offered it on Facebook, like the live stream. It's a really very, very nice building. If you saw it, like the invitation, if you cannot go with us to this building, we bring the parlors of Primis Palace to you home. This is our invitation. And during the week from 22nd to 26th, we have a lot of the discussion with local colleagues from Europe, that my way, my journey, my experience, how we can kill this very bad period. And we are now waiting for the solstice in Europe. So long from Slovakia invitation. Follow us on Facebook. It's the on Sunday live to see these very, very, very nice buildings.
Thank you. Thank you. Very nice for that virtual tour. Okay, Muhammad. Thank you, Marian. Muhammad Mukhtar Udin would like to say a few words. Mohammed, go ahead and unmute, please.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Hello, Mohammed.
Yeah, I'm calling from Bangladesh. Everyone, greeting for Bangladesh International Tourist Guide. Happy day. I am actually very nice speaking the program very, very clearly. International Tourist Guide. Happy day. I am actually very happy Bangladesh represented tourist guide, all international. I thinking the join the today meeting program. I am very happy. Actually, I am very, very thanks. 1 hour night vlog. I am especially interested tourist guide to joining the meeting. Happy Tourist Guide Day, everyone. Thank you, very, very thanks. Just only speak the greeting, everyone. Greeting from Bangladesh. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mohammed, and from Bangladesh. Beautiful. Thank you for your greeting and for coming to attend this webinar. Okay, we have a professor from Serbia, Professor Snow White from Serbia.
Yes, good evening to everyone. Thank you, Mary Carr, for this lovely evening. Thank you, Jürgen. And as we have at the World Tourist Network, as we have a education and training group, as education is the most important for the tourist guides, and it is a future for working of tourist guides. It will be very good that World Tourist Guide Association and World Travel Network do the education and training for all guides around the world. As we could see, in some countries and the parts of the countries, they do not have associations. We can do together to help them to get together and to have the association and to have education. And I think it will be very important and very good. I'm telling this because I'm dealing in tourism and in tourist guiding for quite a long time. I can't say how many decades I'm educating tourist guides, because then you will say that I'm too old, but I'm just in the right ages for tour guiding. And I think that this World Tourist Guide Day is the most important for us to promote tour guiding. In Serbia, we have several associations of tour guides, and all of them will participate with the special programs for a tourist guide day. We don't have a lockdown here in Serbia, but of course we can't have more than 10, 15, somewhere 30 participants. So it will be small groups, but around the big cities in Serbia, like Belgrade, capital city, Novi Sad as well, then Niš and some other countries, tourist guides will have a special, prepared special sightseeing tours of the cities. So hope that we will be together in our minds on the 21st of February, and we will be together next year in Serbia for the World Congress in Novi Sad. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor. Very kind of you for your greetings. Thank you. Arena from Malaysia, are you still on the call? I see your message. If you would like to, your little video of the food was fantastic for Chinese New Year. Tell us something about that, Arena.
Yeah, good morning, everyone from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
Yeah, because okay, I shared the video. I don't know, like where Marika, you will share to the rest. So I think I have just from I think the whole year we couldn't do much guiding, so I just transformed myself to be a YouTuber now. Okay, so this is one of the way to practice myself, do some live in FB, and I have a channel. So I just collecting all the stories from the Southeast Asia, from different community. So I just transform them into the different food, you know, food presentation and also other experiences. So if all of you have the interest, just follow my YouTube channel, which I just share on the chat also. Yeah. So I think this is a way to encourage, and also currently I'm doing some more training for my own members in Malaysia, which is I representing Malaysian Women Tourist Guide Association, and also I also representing Southeast Asia Tourist Guide Association. Throughout the whole Southeast Asia, we have 10 member states. So currently none of us can do anything. So the best is just keep upgrading ourselves and transform ourselves into many job titles.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We will follow. I'm following you already on YouTube.
Thank you so much.
And
Thank you so
posting.
much.
Your videos are very interesting. They tell a lot of stories. Okay, I see Mitch back. Mitch, would you like to unmute and tell us about you?
Marika, thanks for inviting me so much. And I apologize that I came dressed as Jürgen today. We seem to be wearing the same exact shirt. I am originally from New York City, but I am currently in Florida. I came down to Florida only so that I could tell Paul that I see the sun, because in New York we have snow right now. We have sun down here. And it's funny because the object that I had to find for sun was the sunscreen lotion that I have, and it has a big sun on the front of it with a face on there. And I run a tour guide training school here in the United States called Trip School. And for a year now, we've been saying tour guides are the face of travel, and we can't wait to get out there and be that face again, be the person they remember, the person that unlocks the experiences that they'll never forget, like Paul was saying, which is great. And during this time, we've been doing, I think now we've done over 140 free workshops on everything from storytelling to technology. Irina, it's been great to hear that you're working on your YouTube channel, because we have a lot of our students right now that are learning those new skills to become more professional, to get themselves out there. And when we've all been busy, we haven't had the time to learn YouTube and video editing and all of the other kind of skills that we've been able to hopefully learn right now. So it's great to see everybody here, and I'm really excited for my organization to hopefully become part of the WFTGA family.
Wonderful. We welcome you right away. Yeah. Yeah, and join our virtual conference in March too, Mick. You know, that will be a good opportunity to learn more. Okay.
I'm not even going to leave this Zoom. I'm just going to sit here and watch.
I'm glad, Mitch, I'm glad both of us are shopping at Macy's.
Okay, anybody else? Because we have about 10 minutes and then we're going to close. Yes, go ahead, please.
Yes, me.
From Uganda.
Patricia.
Yes.
Herbert from Uganda. Yes, thank you very much, Marika, for organizing this. In Uganda, we had organized to have to take the guides, for the gorilla tracking, chimpanzee tracking, and cultural tours and bird watching tours, but the restrictions will not allow us to do that. There is some control. We cannot gather in many groups. So we decided to celebrate it later. We've talked to the government, and they have allowed us to celebrate it after March, because we can't do much right now because of the restrictions. But thank you very much, Alicia. Thank you very much, the leadership of the World Federation. We are following. We are happy, even excited to see all these people here. For my first time to see all the guides from all over the world. I would be happy to meet you someday in the next conference. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay. And with that, I think if there are no other
Me,
comments-
Patricia.
Patricia, go ahead and unmute, please, and your video.
Yes. Yes. Good afternoon to everyone. Yes, my name is Patricia from Arequipa, Peru. I want to invite you this Sunday, 21. We're going to present a conference divided in 2 blocks. The first one is about the wonders of the world, traveling along the wonders of the world. And then we continue with the regional presentations. I want to wish you a very happy International Tourist Guide Day this Sunday. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Patricia. Patricia is one of our area representatives who takes care of Latin and Central America.
Yes, Central and South America.
Central
and South America.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Patricia.
Thank you.
For your work. Jackie Friend, our president from the Guild of Professional Tour Guides. Jackie, would you like to tell us what the Guild has been doing for the month of February?
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Marikar. I wasn't expecting to be on, so sorry for my appearance. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So the Guild of Professional Tour Guides, knowing that we could not tour in Washington, D.C., decided that we would ask our foreign language speakers to give us tours of the countries whose languages they speak. And so we started with Deborah Andrus, and she gave us a wonderful tour of Greece. And we had one of our newest guides, who's only been with us for a little over a year, give us a tour of the Mayan civilization. And we had a tour of Israel by Steve Klein, and we had a tour of Uruguay by Gabriela Bebchek. And coming up, our next tour is going to be the Champagne region of France by Benjamin Fabre. And we're going to have a tour of German cities along the Main River. And we're going to have ending with, and we do this every Wednesday from 11 to 12. So we had 2 each day. And so the final one that we have is on February 24th, where we have Z Mustafi presenting Ecuador, and we have Lorena Jaron presenting the Galapagos Islands. So we've gone around the world with our tour guides who speak internationally. So it's been great fun for all of us. And we've had wonderful participation, between 80, or at least 80 people participating each time. So yes, so thank you, Marikar, for asking.
Thank you, Jackie. Thank you. Okay, we have Cleo Henry. Please introduce yourself, Cleo, and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon, good morning, good night to everyone. I am Cleo Henry from Antigua and Barbuda in the Caribbean. I see we have Trinidad as well. So it's good to be amongst guides from around the world. I am a tour guide here and a national trainer of guides under the World Federation team. And we are working towards now just retooling. It's a time for us to beef up as much as we can, look into link guides here with guides around the world and programs that are available, webinars, and anything else. So it's been great being on the WTN forums over the last few weeks, and this is no less. Thank you, Marika, for this invitation and for also bringing us all together at a time like this. I sure look forward to what's coming up next and wish you all a very happy International Tourist Guide Day from myself and all of us here in Antigua and Barbuda.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, now everybody prepare your little candles. This is our little closing ceremony. And I would like to invite again our president, Alushka Ritchie, to do like a closing remarks. And then Mistral Anampa will do her closing song and we blow out our candles. So go ahead, Alushka, if you want to sort of like, give us a closing remarks, that would be great.
Thank you. Thanks, Marika, and thanks, Jürgen, and to all of you for attending this morning, this afternoon, this evening. I know with all our time zones, it's quite interesting. I'd like to wish you all the best with celebrating International Tourist Guide Day. Remember, you are the ambassadors of our cities and destinations, as many of you have even mentioned tonight. So let's keep that resilience going strong. Let's keep learning, keep innovating, show that flexibility and that understanding. And we look forward to welcoming you to the WFTJ family this week and on Sunday as we celebrate globally International Tourist Guide Day. Stay safe and stay responsible. And let me leave you with this quotation. The past is where you learned the lesson. The future is where you apply the lesson. So don't give up in the middle. Mistral.
Thank you, Anushka. Very much.
Thank you, Anushka, for those wonderful words, and thank you for your leadership in our federation. We are very, since the beginning, I have been loving it, the experience and everything. So today we keep celebrating and we keep adding more. Today we wanna sing happy birthday to you as a showing of our love and our gratitude, and thank you for your leadership. So all of you, if you can sing with me, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Anushka.
Happy birthday to you.
And happy International Tourist Guide Day.
Yeah.
Happy day.
Anushka's birthday is the 17th.
Thank you,
Wednesday.
Marika.
Yeah, thank you. So, Jürgen, we will leave you to close the event.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, guys. This was wonderful again. I really enjoyed every minute. And reminds me of my time. I started as a tour guide back in 1978. I don't really want to admit the time. I can understand that. And it's actually the reason why I ended up in the United States. So there's a lot of history in being a tour guide, and it's a time I really honestly miss. I did this for 3 years, and you guys remind me so much. And it is such an important part of our business. And thank you for everyone for giving us the opportunity to host you today. It's wonderful, and I hope we can do a lot more. We also now have our tour guide committee, interest group better, and Marika is leading this. So, and anything we can do to help you spread the word for you or future events, you're part of our family as much we're part of your family, I hope. And if you missed most of those that are not on this call but watching us live and came in late, simply go to livestream.travel in a few hours, and you will see the event in archive. And we're also going to be running it till tomorrow morning or tomorrow evening for about 24 hours. And then we're going to greet our next event tomorrow with St. Kitts. We have the Minister of Tourism from St. Kitts asking questions about the future of St. Kitts and the Caribbean, specifically our friends in the Caribbean. I encourage you to participate and be part of this discussion. From my end, I can only say aloha from Hawaii, and I hope all of you are staying safe. Wear your mask. It's important. We're all going to get through this together, and I agree. That's going to be, we all need our sunglasses pretty soon. And Marika and Alushka and everyone who participate, Paul, I love your presentations. It has been wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we will continue to follow the sun through the year.
Wonderful. Okay. Good night. Good morning.
Thank you, JD.
Thank you.
And I see you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Bye,
Bye,
JD.
everybody.